Hey guys, so I was looking at GME today. You guys know that I haven't really been paying too much attention to my stock portfolio because I felt like, well, if it's a bloodbath, you know what? I'm just gonna hold. I hold on to my portfolio as a longs, but for some of these stocks that I do have, you guys know that, for instance, I invested in Tamar, right? And at one point I was at negative 40%, and then it went up 40%. And since I was on like the team of, okay, well, we don't know how high cryptocurrency is going to be, let me just make sure I have a 10% stop loss, so in the event that it did dip down, at least I'm not bag holding Mara. So that is what happened yesterday. Like I said, I haven't been checking my portfolio too much. So it sold at, I think, $30.03. Now Mara's at $33, so 10% higher. But I thought, well, it is what it is, whatever. So I only made a small amount of money off that. I think it was only like $100, but whatever. Mara was just a little too volatile for me. So GME, as you guys may know, this was something that I was diamond handing for a while. I bought it at 148. Now it is at $117. And here's a really insane thing, you guys. Look at this. It went up 126% today. So all the bag holders that were holding up, yeah, it went up, and I kept GME for. Oop, that was my freaking foot. I kept GME because I figured it is a really good lesson into not chasing these stocks. So I've been a little bit more cautious about my stocks. I've been trying to make sure that the stuff that I do invest in, it isn't so volatile. Bitcoin, you guys know that I am investing a little into Bitcoin, but it isn't all at one time. I figure, like, with something as volatile as Bitcoin, in the event that it is going to go up, right, I should make sure that I average, because if it swings down 10% in one day, I could be one of those people who's like, oh, for frick's sake, I timed the market wrong. Oh my goodness, I'm losing all my money. And so that's what I did. But GameStop always served as one of those things where, hey, Erica, think about what you're doing. Think about what you're investing in. I realize that from the situation, I am not meant to get into this volatile stock. It's too stressful for me, and I'm not putting in a large amount of money since I am not too.
This is the number one gift this holiday season.
I cannot stand this volatility. Some people can stand volatility. Some people like timing this stuff. I am not good at timing this stuff. And let's see how this chart looks like. Whoops, look at that 5-day. Let's look at the 1-day here. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. So looks like, let me plus this over here. Ah, dang it. I don't know if I can zoom in on it really good. Oop, too much. Can I zoom in? I just want to zoom in over here. Okay, I think, you know what? I think this chart is all screwed up right now. So I can't really see it as much as I want to. So yeah, let's see what's going on with GME, because I'm genuinely curious. Like, why did the pump work today? You guys know that there's a Reddit group called Wall Street Bets, and they are, they've been all pumping at GME, but they've been trying to do this for quite some time now. So I want to know, like, why was it successful today? Everybody who's trying to buying these stocks, I don't know. It's like, why was this? Why today? Why today? So let me check. My computer is lagging right now. And let's take the Wall Street. I don't really check this group too much. Oh my goodness. We can't load this post. Is Reddit slowing down? Okay. There might be something screwy with Reddit. Okay, let's look at stock twits, because I look at stock twits as well. Everyone's probably like, oh, to the moon, to the moon. So everybody who was like averaging down or holding at 40, yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, look at all these people. What the hell is happening? That's what I want to know. Hey, look at this. Congrats, GME Bulls. Go rescue your brothers at 500. So you guys might have remembered my stream that I did about GME. There was this one person who bought in, I think, at 483. And I was kind of poking at them. I was like, frick, can you imagine buying GME at 43? And then it sinks down. And maybe that 483 is a bag holder. I know there are a bunch of people bag holding 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. And they figure like, hey, if it went down 75%, why the hell am I going to sell? It looked kind of like it was bottoming out at $40. Again, if it was a stock that I fully believed in, then averaging down towards $40 would be a good move. However, I didn't feel like GameStop itself was worth $40. So I just kept it, watched it, float around $40, $50, kind of ping pong back and forth. And today was a very, very big surprise to me. Yeah, it looks like Reddit broke. So, yeah, is it going to go up to $500? I do not know. I think what I am going to do is that in the event that it does go up to, let's say I bought it $140, in the event that it does go higher than $140, I will make sure I put in a stop loss. And then, who knows, maybe it will go crazy? Who knows? But I did buy some shares in my other account, and I think I sold it at, I forgot what price I sold it. I think I sold it at 50, so I lost like $400 off that one. And then for my current account, my Robinhood account, I'm still holding on. So I'm down. My average for this one I think was like 148 or so. So I'm down about $230 or so. But yeah, genuinely a surprise over here. Okay, in case anyone wondered why GameStop, I'm genuinely shocked that GameStop rocketed today. So the chief financial officer, Jim Bell, was pushed out in a disagreement over strategy. So they took it that the video game retailer is on a comeback trail. What? You push out your CFO and then it jumps up over 103%. Damn. And then it got halted. You can't stop, won't stop. So everyone's like, hold. Yeah, it's okay. So that is like really a non-news. I'm assuming that it jumped up maybe a little, and then people just kind of piled on. They're like, I can't see GameStop being that kind of stock that is worth $75 naturally. Again, a lot of the reason why I was holding around the $40 mark, in my opinion, was you got all the bag holders, including myself, saying, frick it, if it's down this low, let's not sell. We'll just hold it. And maybe one day it goes up, or maybe one day it'll just kind of dissuade us from making a stupid purchase again. GameStop, I don't regret making the purchase into GameStop. It, like I said earlier, it makes me reevaluate my purchases. It makes me think, like, what am I going to be investing in the future? And at this point, today I did see signs of recovery, or at least maybe it appeared to be signs of recovery. So I did buy one little share of Tesla. I know you guys are probably like, Erica, why are you dealing with one share of Tesla? One share of Tesla, adding to, I think right now I have 8 shares of Tesla total. And I bought it at $7.44. I kind of thought to myself, I could have bought it earlier. I know it floated around like $6.94 range. I think yesterday it definitely took a dip down. Look at this. It went down to like $6.21. See that? But I was not really checking my portfolio. It's not very healthy for me to look at a stock and then kind of like be fixated on it, because sometimes these drops don't last very long, right? So then I saw it, and then I saw it around here, and I was like, oh, frick, I don't know what tomorrow has to bring. I saw it go down a downward slope. Is it going to go down even further? I waited for what appeared to be a little sign of recovery, so I bought over here. And it might seem a little high, but keep in mind, I do have full faith that it's going to go back up to like the 800, 900 range. And I do believe that Tesla will hit 1,000. It's just going to be maybe a couple months before that thing hits. So I bought 1 share of Tesla. I bought 2 little shares. I know, 2 little shares of ARKK. Added it slowly. At this point, I'm not comfortable putting in more money into my stock portfolio, so I'm just kind of rearranging a little fund here and there. And yeah, so Tesla, I believe in as a long. CCIV, not financial advice, this is just me ranting. CCIV is something that I believe that will be higher, but I got to give it time. I do not believe that CCIV is going to stay around the $28 mark. But this could be a freaking diamond hand holding until next year, before it goes like up to $50 or $60 again. And some people believe that CCIV can give Tesla a run for its money because you got some people from Tesla, right, on CCIV, including the CEO of that. He was responsible for one of the Teslas. I think it's the Model 3 or the Model S. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the CEO looks like a really, he knows his stuff. And but how will the stock price correlate? Hard to say. It's kind of like a gamble, and you really have to have diamond hands for certain stocks that you believe in. Tesla itself hasn't been like straight up. Like some people will think about Tesla and say, "Oh, Erica, Tesla was just like it just goes up, right?" But you look over here. I got into Tesla around 2018. This is the price, before the split, right? You can see it was kind of stagnant for a while, and then it shot up dramatically. And I didn't really care too much about Tesla. I was like, what the beat, man? It's not moving that much. I'll just keep it into my portfolio. Also, I wasn't a big fan of Elon. I know some people will give me a lot of crap about that, but the thing about it is I was listening to a conference call and I shared it with you guys. He said something like, why are you guys asking me stupid questions? Or, he also mentioned that he thought the stock price was too high. And I thought to myself, like, frick, don't say that about the stock that I've invested. So, yeah, it went up, and then you can see it took a dip down. You see over here. So if someone was not thinking about the long-term views about it, or if they were like micro looking at it, right, they could say, I bought Tesla at $66, and then 2019 it dropped to $48. This is enough to shake certain people out. But the people who held on, like, look at the price now. Boom, $7.93. So all my holdings that I keep in my portfolio, well, not all of them, but a huge majority of them, I keep them as a long. So I'm not too worried about the stock price going down, because I think like, well, I'm planning to hold my stock portfolio for about 10 years. Now, will I be holding GME for 10 years? Most likely not, to be honest with you. I just find it kind of humorous to see the stock price shoot up. So Tesla is something that I am in long. ARKK is something that I'm in long. Apple's another long. Amazon is another long. Amazon hasn't really been moving much, but it is something. So let me see here. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Again, my portfolio, I have to think about long-term view. If I hyper focus on like a short-term little blip or so, then I'm just gonna lose my mind. So I've been looking a lot less at my stock portfolio. I've been focusing on other things instead. It's kind of nice. I really just need to trust my stock portfolio to do itself. But entry point, since I am not charting this all the time, since I'm not glued onto my computer, I felt, hey, I think this price, like 742, 745, is okay. I think that there's more upside than downside. Now, if I do see another 600, right, that is around the time that I should probably go back and buy another one. But yeah, Tesla, it might be floating around this area for a couple months, but I think there's a lot more upside to it. It's just right now it's not the greatest time in the market. You got people, again, like I'm saying, if you're a new investor, if you just entered into this stuff, let's say you bought Tesla at 837, right? It drops to 742. You'll get people who will say, frick it, I gotta sell, I'm gonna lose everything. Oh crap. I don't want to be broke. And for those people, I just think, well, if you plan to sell your holdings, everything, right? Let's say you want to sell all your holdings, Apple, the big tech stocks, Google, Tesla. Yeah. If people want to just sell out completely, then they're probably not made for investing. Because if you cannot handle a couple percent change in one day, or like a drop, and you're just throwing in money because you want to chase the wave, you are going to be in a wake-up call in case there's any corrections. I have been through several corrections in my portfolio. U.S.-China trade war, the situation, April 2020, that hurt on my portfolio, but it recovered. And then this small, I don't even think this is a crash. I really view this as a correction. But some people will just be like, sky is falling, sky is falling. Let's look at Bitcoin today. Bitcoin is at, that's BlackBerry. BlackBerry. Bitcoin is at 48,000. So remember how it's like 58,000? I told you guys, like, I thought it would go back to the 40s. Not very long, but somewhere in like the high 40s. Yep, looks like it did. So you got some people, some people who are going to say like, oh, look at this, Bitcoin is crashing. It's at 48, it's at 45K, 48K, sell everything, don't buy into Bitcoin. And I do think that it can recover back to this price. I also think that when I look into institutions and you hear about Square just bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin as well. Let's show this. Square bought Bitcoin, $170 million worth of Bitcoin, and the price tanked. Let me show you guys. I do know they missed earnings, but it went down like 7%, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 7.51%, and it goes down today. So I don't know if it's what it is, but like Tesla bought Bitcoin, the stock price went down. Square bought Bitcoin, the price went down. But I think that these institutions, they just kind of feel like, hey, what if Bitcoin goes up to 125K? What if it goes up higher? Then it becomes an investment. And Square's not putting all their money, and Tesla's not putting all their money into Bitcoin too, right? I just see it as, a little part of investment. You got people who are pro-Bitcoin, people who are anti-Bitcoin. At this point, I know people will say like, Erica, you're getting in so late. Bitcoin was at 30K. Bitcoin was at 7K. Why didn't you get into there? I tried to get into Bitcoin at 10K in 2017, but my investment did not pan out, as you guys know. So now I'm getting into it, and I feel as if like if Square got into it, Apple's starting to use, planning to use Bitcoin as a payment. There's going to be a Bitcoin cashback card from, I think, Gemini or BlockFi, or maybe both. I can't remember off the top of my head, but as more institutions use Bitcoin, there's going to be more, when there's more adaptation, then the price of Bitcoin will go up, in my opinion. And I feel like the best way to approach it really is just averaging every week, averaging every month. And that way, if it drops down, no biggie. If it goes up, great. And long-term view, I have faith that Bitcoin is going to go up, but in the event that it doesn't, it's okay, because I didn't put all my eggs in one basket at one time. Yeah, that is BlackBerry. I don't know what she is doing. She's just, you can hear it's her because she goes now. It's strange. So yeah, GME is now at 148%. And Bitcoin is going down for now, but not too worried about it. Some people that I've been reading about Bitcoin, they say the way to make money off Bitcoin is never to sell. It's just to hold. And then in the future, you'll find that the price goes up. So they use it as a means for investment, right? Not really for adaptation. Now, I don't know how I feel about Bitcoin used as a payment. I view Bitcoin really just as a store of money. But there is risk involved, right? So if you put it onto like a Ledger 9OS, you keep it in your house burns down, you lose your recovery phrase, you lose your PIN code, you are screwed. You're gonna lose that thing forever. That's what happened with my little 2K investment, if it was purchased. But yeah, I do think that there is more upside to Bitcoin. I do think that Bitcoin will hit 75K. I do think Bitcoin, I think it's going to hit 75K eventually, sometime within the next 6 months. But other people are saying that they think that Bitcoin's going to hit 100K by the end of the year. I can't predict the future, right? But if I feel kind of like something is going to go up, I want to have like a little piece in it and see how it goes. And while I'm talking about this, you guys can look at the price of GME going up. See that? Oh, did BlackBerry go up? Whoa, wait, hold up. I see GME, I see AMC. Let's see. Oh, BlackBerry went up a little. Oh, look, BlackBerry went up to 1132. Yeah, see, I would have definitely sold BlackBerry by then. Yeah, I don't regret selling. I sold BlackBerry, I think, at 1150. I just could not deal with the. Wow, look at this. Holy crap, we're at 144. Wow. Okay, so I'm very close to my buy price right now. Oh, I'm so curious to see what happens in the morning though. What if GME goes back up to $300 or $400? I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sell everything except my initial investment. That's what I would probably do, and just hold it. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. But this is insane. So in the morning today, look at this. In the morning, it was at $45. Now we are at $143, right? Because 91 plus the 52 or so. Oh, it's just going up. Oh, man, what if I wake up tomorrow and like GME's at like 170 or so? I'll be like, this is great. So, yeah, this kind of stock, you don't know when it's going to fall back down. I do know there's a push to push it back up to the 400 levels, help rescue the people who bought in at all the all-time high. But again, the problem with that is if everyone pushes it up to, let's say, $400 again, there's going to be bag holders again, right? Because the only way that price holds that value is you got people buying at a lower price. So someone is going to get burned. I would not recommend, and this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion, but I would not recommend investing into GME right now unless you plan to really day trade it and you're okay with, putting in money, having it possibly falter, and then pulling it out before everybody else gets out. This is just me holding. Yeah, I'm not going to add any more GME. I'm just kind of going to eyeball it and see what happens. But dang, if I only held on to my GME on my other account, yeah, I could have sold. Sold for a small profit. But instead, I took that money and I invested it into like Tesla and ARKK instead. And I'm losing money off of that because I bought that before, the correction happened. So, yeah. So now we are at 155. Oh, my God. 159. Oh, this is insanity, you guys. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy. 162. Okay, I can't do math. Look at that. 162. Ah! This is crazy. I'm just talking and I can't do math and I'm like looking at the price. What if it opens at like 250 tomorrow? Oh my gosh. So it looks like my diamond hedge strategy appears to be working. 170. I just threw something away, you guys, and it's $170. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cash out this time. I'm gonna watch it, for sure. For sure. But right now, I think my buy price, if I remember correctly, actually, you know what? Why am I doing this? I could check on my phone. Duh, Erica. Yeah, because I'm not streaming from my phone anymore, right? Let's see here. So my average cost for my GME is 148.35. Now it's at 156. So I actually made $33. 33. 33. No, it's 26. $26 off of my little investment, but you know what? I mean, I had to go through so much like stress, and now it's retracting back down. I really kind of think that people are going to push it up tomorrow, but I'm not too sure how much they will push it up. I usually think about post-market being institutions, so that's what kind of, I don't know who the hell's pushing it up. Maybe it's after hours trading. Yeah, so see, it's going back. The volatility on here is insane, so yeah. But when people, let's say if people invested into GameStop, and they got in, let's say, at $40 or so, maybe you have some people who want to push it up even more, right? So they get more gains, and then eventually people will pull out. So I have learned from my whole GME thing, yeah, you got to know when you want to get out, but there's a fine line between getting out and being greedy. And right now, I feel like I'm being a little greedy because I see the gains. Like, look at this, you guys. It's a 174% gain today. Yeah, so I told Paper Hands about it, and Paper Hands said that, yeah, they don't want to look at this. I'm not gonna name names, but you guys probably know who I'm talking about. They don't want to look at this because it just they don't understand the market, and I don't understand the market too. Okay, but what I do believe about the market is this. I believe that if you, like for GameStop, like I said, I don't believe in this stock long term. I do not believe at all this stock was worth $40 at the time that it was $40. But I chose to hold on to it because I thought, well, what else do I have to lose at this point? You know, I lost 75% of the value. No, 66% of the value or so when it was at $44. And me selling, whatever. Whenever I thought about making an impulsive purchase, like chasing another freaking meme stock, I thought, look at GameStop, Erica. You lost 66% of your money. Don't do it. So that saved me up quite a bit of money. And today, when I look at my portfolio, maybe when I'm streaming, you guys will see this hit like 200% gain. Maybe. We will see. But it just kind of goes up. It does look like there is some people trying to sell this thing out. But there's more people. If you guys remember, let me look at the, I can't go higher than this. But if you guys remember at 1, oh, I can go higher than this. 6 month. Press and hold while zooming. Oh, what is this? I need to learn how to use this thing. Nope. Okay, I can't seem to zoom for crap here. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, as you guys can see, it went all the way up. I thought I wanted to, what is this 507 over here? So right now we're over here. Can you see this? Can you see my little line over here? Right now we're here. It went up all the way up to here at one point. So some people who are over here, right, above the green line, they might think like, oh crap, they're coming back to save us. But again, I will stress this once more. If you invest into GameStop, there is a very real possibility that this can go back down tomorrow. There is also a possibility that it won't hit all the way back up here. It could hit halfway mark and then drop dramatically down. So there comes, oh my gosh, look at this, 90% up. There comes to be a point where you have to think about risk versus reward. And for me, I do not want to do any averaging up. I don't want to do any averaging down. I would just think about offloading shares. And it's 180, 182. Do you see how quickly this number, look at this, you guys, the post market right here on the bottom right. See that? Yeah, I'm just talking and it's just this is kind of crazy. So I'm sure, I know Reddit is down, but I'm sure people are probably cheering and thinking, I knew, I just hold it, diamond hands it. Yeah. Crazy. So, oh, there we go. 100% post market. So, yeah, this volatility is crazy. 102%. Yeah. So, no, I wouldn't. I would say this is way too freaking risky. I wouldn't do anything like that right now. I wouldn't invest money into GameStop, even when I was at 40, because I thought, well, I saw it ping pong. You guys can look at the chart. It went ping ponging between, $40 and $50 a lot. So, what? Ooh, wow, look at that, 190. Oh, dang. Look at that. So I made about $200. Let's see this. I'm going to pull up my Robinhood again. Yeah, so remember how before I was telling you that I made like $30? Now I'm at $182. Okay, yeah, I'm up 30% right now. So, yeah, but there's a big difference, right? There probably will be a sell-off in pre-market tomorrow, and then probably maybe a sell-off after the market opens. But then maybe there's going to be a dip because there was a huge, like I said, I don't know exactly why it went up this high. This genuinely surprised me. And look at this. It's just going up. 115%. You see how fast this thing goes? Yeah, so I'm sure people are trying to pile in their money, the people who are doing after hours, because if they're putting in, let's say, $10,000 and it goes up 15%, that's $1,500. So, yeah, crazy. So, yeah, probably gonna get up. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and it'll be around 2:30. Maybe I'll hit back up to 300. But I am definitely once it clears above. Yeah, I'm gonna have to monitor it. I'm definitely putting a stop loss because I'm not gonna lose money off of GameStop again for sure. But who knows? Some people were saying they want to hold on to GameStop until it hit $1,000. That would be insanity. And yeah, all the people who sold out earlier, like I said, I sold some GameStop at $50 or $60. I think it was 50 that I sold it at, or 60. I can't remember. It was either 50 or 60. All those people are probably thinking like, what the beep, man? How the hell is this 172 right now? The market is so unpredictable. So, but yeah, just whatever you invest in, again, be comfortable about losing it. There's a chance you're going to lose it. And I've said this to you guys before, but you don't really lose until you cash out. When you actually sell your stock, that's when you lock in your gains, or you lock in your your losses. And yeah, so yeah, it's retracting a little right now. See that? But is this enough ammunition so some people are going to put in money into GameStop and have it ride, and then Kramer will lose his mind again? Who knows? I think in like 2 minutes it probably went down 20%. So volatility is very, very real. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this. I wouldn't touch this and put more money in. No way. Yeah, David says the aftermarket volume is very light. It won't last. I don't know, man. This is this is something. I think about this being kind of like rocket fuel. Maybe people are going to see, look, do you see how quick that is? You see, it's back at 100%. I see this as rocket fuel, and maybe if people see it at 182, you're going to have people say like, oh crap, I can actually, make money now. Let's go back onto GME. Bye. When I sell GME, I am going to use the money and probably put it into ARKK or Tesla and just hold it there. I'm not too happy with a lot of the other stocks. Amazon, obviously, I'm not going to be putting in more money in there. JD, I'm not putting on any more money. Apple has been a disappointment for me. I can't believe it's back at the 125 range, but it is what it is. Apple's along, so not too stressed out about it. All they have to do is just whip out another iPhone and things will be okay. Or another MacBook and things will be better. So I'm not planning to sell Apple anytime soon. And yeah. So crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so I think this is not financial advice, but I kind of think like Square is going to recover from whatever it went down to. You know, the 7%. It's just it's strange, but I think people, like investors, get really scared when they hear about companies investing into Bitcoin. But here's the thing: if the investment in Bitcoin pans out, you know, these companies they're gonna say like, "Wow, look how forward thinking they are." Gosh, we didn't know that the Bitcoin would hit like 125K. And yeah, we'll see. I know Nick, aka Anonymous Individual, said that he thinks that Bitcoin's going to top out at 143K. Very possible that it will. But between now and 143K, it's going to be quite some time, right? And probably will be about a year, more than a year. And if I'm averaging in slowly, you know, on a small basis, weekly by weekly, I'm not going to be too worried about it. But the only thing I'm kind of worried about, to be honest with you guys, is like in the event that I wanted to sell Bitcoin down the line, right, I would have to deal with those transaction fees. Because I know the transaction fees for Bitcoin's kind of up there. Look at this. GME up 37%. I'm not sure I can take it again. Yeah, sounds like a paper hand. I'm just playing with you guys. Look at this. Oh, look at that $60 call. Look at these call options. Wow, this person paid, I don't know how much they paid for it, but look at that. They went up. It went up huge. Dang, lucky for them. Lucky for them. So yeah, you got Wall Street Bets all into it again. I just cannot deal with the volatility. Let's keep those diamond hands. Sold all my Apple and bought more GME. Oh. YOLO. Okay, let's see what this guy's balance is. When did he sell his Apple? That's what I want to know. Oh, wow, look, it went up 34%. Dang. Okay, good for him. It's halted 1 hour ago. Halting through the end of the day. Yeah, I'm not cut up for this kind of thing. See, I don't mind. See, the thing that I don't like about volatility stocks, like I've told you guys before. Okay, so I'm getting a message from you know who. They're thinking like GME's like up 166. Yeah, no, GME's not up 166. GME is at it's at 163 right now. Oh, okay. Little pullback. Still not bad at all. Not bad. I'm definitely impressed. I really think that there's going to be fuel tomorrow. But I could be wrong. Maybe it'll hit up to 230, maybe it'll hit up to 250, and then maybe it'll be like deja vu all over again. Oh, see, it's going back down. It's okay. So yeah, a bunch of people probably just took profit and then they sold. So this is the dangerous thing, right? You don't know when people are going to decide to go pump it up, and then everyone's like, hey, let's sell it now. I bet you a bunch of people, when they saw it hit 100%, they're like, okay, we're going to pull it back. Any idea what caused the spike? So according to this article, it said that it's because the CFO was pushed out in a disagreement over strategy, which I honestly think is ridiculous, okay? You know how much, like, let's put it this way, okay? If Amazon pushed out their CFO, do you see the price of Amazon doubling? No, it would maybe spike up 10%, maybe 15%, for like a CEO or something, but not a freaking 164%. I wish Amazon would freaking spike up 164%. You know how happy I would be? Actually, I would be happy if Amazon spiked up 10%. I'd be up to the moon right now. But unfortunately, Amazon is not moving. Last time I checked, it was at 3,100 something, and and it's a sore topic for me, you guys. It's a sore topic because I think of Amazon as such as this giant, and then to know it hasn't really been moving much. I'm thinking, like, how can everybody else move except Amazon? Maybe it's too big. I was thinking that they should do a split. So for every one share you have, you get 5 shares, or better yet, for every one share you get 10 shares, right? So if you have 1 share right now, you'll get 10 shares of Amazon if they do a split. I really think that's the way to go, because Amazon is just too freaking expensive in terms of the price. And some people, they might just kind of say, hell with it. I don't want to buy Amazon because it's so freaking expensive right now. And I understand it. You know, $3,000 if you want to buy a full share for yourself. I do know you guys can buy fractional shares, but it kind of is like a mental hurdle. So, yeah. But GME, this is so crazy. So 156, retracting a bit downwards. Just imagine, right? If I bought some GME, and then I went to take a shower, and then I come back and it dropped 30%. Scary stuff. So I don't want to shorten my life expectancy with this stuff. So yeah. So, and now it's going back to 146 or so. Yeah, I can't sell post-market, so I would just have to wait till it opens up tomorrow. But I really do think, just my speculation, maybe it's going to shoot up to $200 tomorrow. Maybe people are going to say, "Hey, push." And then when that happens, it'll be crazy. It will be absolutely crazy. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I'm not one of these risk takers to go in for chasing these stocks, for sure. I wonder, I know some of you might be invested into AMC. Are you guys still holding on to AMC? Look at this. Last time this happened, an uninformed teenager got into GME options, lost $100,000 in 25 minutes, and shot himself. Please be careful what you're telling people. You are smart, but some people aren't. Yeah, whatever you do not just go blindly into a stock thinking that it only goes up. Because again, you guys can see, it went down to 59% now. See, it's retracting backwards. So you might think it's a sure thing about it going up, but what goes up can come down. And it's just like you're timing this kind of stuff. And yeah, so I will definitely make sure that I have a stop loss set, and if it jumps up like to $200, yeah, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about selling, or just like holding on to like 1 share and that's it. Or like, just like slowly divest myself from GME. It's just, yeah, it's just too volatile for me. Like, look at that. That's insane. Like, the gains that they can make in 1 hour is more gains than some stocks can make in 5 years. Walmart does not go up 100% in 1 year. It goes up like 22%, I feel, like a year. About 20% a year. So, yeah. But with Walmart, something like Walmart, you don't really have to worry too much about the stock. But this, you're constantly fixated at the chart. And I do not miss spending hours of a day looking at the charts. I just want my money to grow, and I want my money to grow, and then I check back at it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's going up, great. If it had a little correction, oh, okay, that's fine too. But yeah, so yeah, okay. I'm not even going to try to chart this thing because it's just like all over the place today. But like I said, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Everyone's going to be all hyped up about, what the hell is this? Everyone's going to be all hyped up about GME tomorrow. And these people, if they are investing into GME or they're trying to chase it back to 400, I would say make sure you exercise a lot of caution. Again, not financial advice, but personally, I would not be chasing GameStop again. It's just too much stress. You have to think about it this way. If people were not pushing that stock, do you think it can sustain that price? Answer is no, it cannot. So it's everybody just piling their money in there, hoping that they're not the last one out. And if you are the last one out, then you will get screwed. And yeah, I don't want that for any of you guys. So pick a stock, in my opinion, that you feel comfortable entering and exiting, or you believe in the long term. Because I do not want any of you guys to throw in, let's say, your whole life savings into GME and then say, oh, but look, Erica, you know, it's at 155. You know, before it was at, let's say, 170 or 180. Yeah, I'm going to make instant money. You're going to be looking at this chart, hoping and praying it goes back to $170. And if it doesn't, then that is the bag you're going to have to hold at 155. Yeah. So, exercise caution. Look, see? 149 right now. Exercise caution. Be careful about how you're investing. And do realize that whatever you invest, you can make money, but you can also lose money. So do your own research and try to make sure that you don't put your money into meme stocks without a very good, clear enter strategy and exit strategy. And in the event that you time it wrong, then you will be okay possibly holding the bag or cashing out the losses. Risk versus reward. There's a huge amount of reward, but this is really just blind faith, hoping that it goes back up to like $450 or so. And but it's not, you know, it did it before. Do you think people can do it again during this kind of market? A lot of things today were bloodbaths. You see some recovery, but not too much recovery. And yeah, not even Bitcoin recovered, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's at 48K. So yeah, see that? See? So it's going back up to 158. Let's just do this like little fun exercise. Let's say I bought in at 155 right now, right? Let's just say I bought into 155. See how much the numbers change? Where'd it go? Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like it's stuck at 154.44. What? Or did my computer freeze? Oh, maybe my MacBook. Oh, no, I'm getting the pinwheel. Dang it. Dang it. I don't have enough space on my computer. I mean, I don't have memory enough on my computer. I really need this computer to work a little better on me. Let me close some windows. Okay, so now we're at 158. Okay, I have to close 2 windows. I think streaming takes a lot of this computer too. Okay, so now we're at 158. So if you had like a lot of money, let's say you were day trading, yeah, you could try to day trade GameStop and just take, you know, if it goes up 1%, then sell that 1% and just... But look, it went down to 150. So you could think it's a sure thing and think, oh yeah, 155, it'll go back up, and then you look at 150. Oh, mother. So, yeah. So I'm just going to keep that in my mind. Let's do a pretend thing, and tomorrow I will get back to you guys. Let's pretend I bought 1,000, I don't know, let's just pretend I bought like 10 shares of GameStop at 155, and then tomorrow I will see, hey, if I bought 10 shares at 155, how much money do I make, or how much money do I lose? Because right now I would be losing money, right? I'd be losing $50, but that's just with 10 shares. Some people, when they do this day trading stuff, they do $25,000 at a time, they do $30,000 at a time, they do $100,000 at a time. And just a little too risky for me. Just a little too risky. Yeah, my risk tolerance isn't that high. I'm better off in ARKK as much as people give me a lot of crap about it. Oh, get a new computer, Erica. Yeah, so I'm actually planning to get the newest MacBook when it comes out, you know, with all the bells and the whistles. So this, I have a bet with an influencer here, and this was the bet. The bet is that he was betting that by the end of the year, this year, that ARKK would hit like 90, I think $96 or so. So if ARKK does not hit $96, then I get a MacBook with all the bells and the whistles, with, you know, every upgrade that I can put in that thing, you know, 2 terabyte, whatever, max RAM. Right now, ARKK is at 138. So yeah, if this goes down to $96, I think it was like 96.86, but we'll just round it up to 97 because I can't remember the specific amount. But let's just say if ARKK goes down to $97, I get a new spanking upgraded beautiful MacBook. But if it doesn't, then I don't get anything. Yeah, I don't think the market is going to take a crapper that much. I've shared with you guys before. One of the reasons why I would not bet against ARKK is because Kathy Wood, who heads this, she is actively managing this. So she had bought a bunch of stocks and she had sold a bunch of stocks yesterday. And if the market fluctuates, right? If there's a change in it, or if there's a down day, she's going to adjust the portfolio accordingly. It's not like if I'm buying Tesla, right? Tesla is really just Tesla. Or if I buy into AMD, right? If AMD goes down, there's no changing anything. It's one company. But the beauty of having ARKK, which is an ETF, they have about 50 holdings, I believe, in there. So it's actively managed. So if one thing takes a hit, or if there's an opportunity for to have gains in the future, you can adjust the portfolio, or she will adjust the portfolio. I know she bought something like close to 200. I think it was something like $200 million worth of Tesla yesterday, because Tesla took a dive, right? So I thought like, oh, okay. So today I felt like the market was recovering just a little. Maybe it's a false one, you know, maybe it's not real. But I thought, okay, well, let's just buy one Tesla Waters, and then we'll buy 2 ARKKs and just add it to my holdings. I don't really feel comfortable adding in large amounts at the time. I just kind of think like, okay, we'll just tippy toe in there, right? 1, 2 more, 1, 2 more. And then if recovery comes around, ARKK jumps up to $150, well, I average down just a little on this kind of stuff. I plan on holding ARKK for a number of years. I'm not anticipating selling it anytime soon. Same with Tesla. Yeah, see? So if I bought it at 155 for GME, we're at 148 right now. So that would be, let's see here. That would be a $70 loss, right? Yeah, $70 loss if I bought 10 shares. So you can make money really quick doing this, or you can lose money really quick. Yeah, I heard Biden was talking about a chip shortage. I didn't really look into it. Actually, you know what? Let's look into it now, because you guys, okay, let's see. Biden chip shortage. As chip shortage cripples auto production, is this the same chip shortage that I'm thinking about? Wall Street Journal. Oh, cars use chips for numerous systems, including engine management, automatic braking, assisted driving. So yeah, you wanted to kind of check and see what's going on here. So you want to prevent the future supply chain problems. Ooh, that does look kind of nasty. Let's look at CNBC. I don't want to, Wall Street Journal has that paywall, so I can't look through that. Yeah, what happens if we have a chip shortage here? Oh, screw you. Charles Munger doesn't know what's worse, Tesla at 1 trillion or Bitcoin at 50,000. Yeah, so I've heard people say they think Tesla can get up to like $200,000 a share. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, what? What? That would be kind of crazy. I think with the way the stock market is, it's just so much. It kind of is kind of like a lottery, but I've always been very pro tech. So the downside about me being so pro tech is, although I have more gains by focusing more on the tech sector, there's more chances of of tech stocks getting impacted, right, when there's a correction or so. But I'm like, whatever. I do know some people, they like going into really safe stocks, but I've kind of questioned, like, what's the point of going into like a stock or an ETF that only gains like 3% a year? Some people, for example, like I know, they say, oh, Erica, I want to invest in, I've been investing into a stock for a really long time because it has like a 3% dividend. And I say, okay, so how much has it gained since you bought it for the last 10 years? Oh, it went up like 10%. 10% in the last, 10 years? What? And you just bank on the 3% dividend. Do you know how much money you could have made if you put that money into Microsoft instead? You would get way more than 10% over 3 years, or 10% over 10 years, and then the 3% dividend. So I don't like going with stocks that don't move too much. So my portfolio used to have stocks that were kind of steady. I used to invest in health insurance, like Anthem, United Healthcare, Humana, and because of the situation, right, it took a dive into it because not too many people are working as much as before. So when people aren't working, they don't have health insurance, and guess what suffers? Health insurance companies. So I sold all my health insurance. I used the money and I invested into things like ARKK instead, and because I kind of went in. Recently, that's why my ARKK is taking a hit, because I just put the funds in there. I think it was like a month ago or so. Yeah, last month. So I didn't have too much of a cushion. But it's okay. It's okay. Ooh, look at this. Ford, General Motors. Okay, I'm not invested in them. Game consoles. Oh, yeah, game consoles. I forgot all about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, NVIDIA. Hey. Oh, yay, it went up 3%. That's better than frickin' Amazon after earnings. Yay. Yeah, so this I don't really know too much about a lot of these companies, I'm gonna be honest, but I always try to invest in like chips. So I invested into AMD, I invested into this company, I invested into Microsoft, I invested into Apple, and yeah, I kind of thought like, I don't see this stuff going around for a while, so let me just stay in there, and it served me pretty well, because you can see how the stock price was, right? See how it was 2015, then it went up, and then it went down. I don't know why, and then it just went up. So yay! I don't have too many shares of this thing, so, but it's, gains are gains, better than nothing. Oh, look at you, GME. Oh, so if I had, see, what is this? 12? Yeah, $12. I would have lost $96. No, $120, right? No, like about $130. Yeah, $130 if I bought GME at $155 and I bought 10 shares. So, yeah, volatility is real. Yeah. Yeah, so I was invested into Intel, and then because I don't know anything about chips, right? I was like, how come this thing is dropping? And then I spoke to a few people, and they said, yeah, Intel is getting cannibalized by AMD, if I remember correctly. So they said, yeah, Erica, you should sell your Intel. And I was like, oh, okay. So I sold my Intel, and I guess there was a shuffle with the CEO or something like that. And now it went up, and I was like, ah, whatever. 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 I just don't like stocks that I have to worry about. That was one of the reasons why I sold Alibaba. It bounced back up because I think I sold it around like $211, and now it's like 240 or something a share. But it's just too much stress thinking about certain stocks, and I just want stocks that I don't have to worry about too much. So not financial advice, but a stock that I'm not worried about at all is Microsoft, for instance. I think Microsoft is going to just go up and up and up, and oh, look at this, 136. Yeah, so Microsoft, if you guys look at this, I'm gonna have to stay away from this chart. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let me go this way. Oh, no, 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 no. MSFT. Yeah, Microsoft is one of those stocks like I'm not worried about at all. They're just gonna have longevity. Like who's gonna overtake Microsoft? Like who's their biggest competitor? Apple? That's it, I think. I don't know much about tech, but when I look at the chart, I'm like, this looks pretty good to me. So let's see here. Let's look at the all. See, it looks nice. See this? It just goes up. And I am lagging yet again. But yeah, the stock just holding it as a long, it doesn't seem like it has any problem with it. So yeah. So this is just like up, 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 and I really don't think anybody can go wrong with Microsoft. Just me ranting, not advice, not stock advice, but it's one of those stocks where I think like, yeah, if more people invested into Microsoft back around like this time, then they would get way, or even this time, right? You would get way more gains, or even over here, you would get way more gains than going with those freaking safe ass, 3% dividend, high dividend stocks. I don't like high dividend stocks. I really don't. Dividend stocks are nice, but it comes at the expense of growth, I find, or you kind of worry about the volatility of the certain things. So some things that I've been reading, they give you like 10% dividend. People are like, oh my goodness, 10% dividend, it's amazing. And then something happens, the stock tanks 40%, and then yeah, just not good. Just not good. Kudo. Yeah, let's see. Oh, CCIV. Yeah, CCIV took a slaughter fest. So I didn't put a stop loss for one of my for my other accounts, and it tanked. I think my buy price was around $29. Now it's at $28.70. I'm gonna keep my holdings in Robinhood because my average price right there is like $19 something, right? So I don't want to. I kind of think like CCIV. You know what? I believe it long term. I think it will work out. I just got to give it time. This is going to be really like a diamond hands play. I really do believe that it's going to hit up, $70, $100. But I just really got to give it time, and it's going to be kind of excruciating. Because my concern about this is this. My concern about this CCIV is this. So they've already, when they announced their merger, their definitive agreement, I believe it was Monday. Yeah, 2 days ago. They said something along the lines of, oh yeah, they dropped it not only on a freaking bad stock day, right? Like everybody was all pissed off and all stressed out about the stock market. They say that they also were gonna plan pushing back production from spring 2021 down to the last half or the later half of 2021. So that could be a couple months, or it could be 6 months. So between spring 2021 and let's say November 2021, a lot can happen with this stock price. Do you have people who believe in the stock price? Do you have people who would just be like, yeah, let's pump up the stock? I kind of feel like a lot of the gas will fall down with CCIV, but I don't know how long that will last. There are people who believe that CCIV will be a major competitor to Tesla, and I understand that whole thinking. Like, I'm kind of thinking like, yeah, I think they're going to be a big competitor. I just don't know what the timeline is. But I do not believe that it's going to stay at 2870. That's my thinking. I could be wrong. But yeah, the fact that it's in the US, the fact that they have people who work from Tesla going on, who are part of CCIV, and they got these showrooms. They have, they're establishing themselves as a luxury EV car. Tesla's not thought of as luxury, and supposedly it's superior than Tesla. That's something to think about. Just something to think about. So, worth, in my opinion, holding on to, but it could just like backfire in my face. And if it does backfire, you know what? That is part of investing. You try to make these calculated risk. In the event that your speculation doesn't work out, you have to just kind of accept, like, this is what happened. Yeah, hopefully it turns around. I have faith that it is going to turn around, but if something catastrophic happens and they don't, it just turns into this big kind of laughing stock, like, yeah, CCIV was terrible, or just bubbled up, or nothing, nothing good happened. What's going to happen, in my opinion? People are going to think, oh, wow, so Tesla's really the stock to invest in, because, yeah, look what happened with CCIV. People were all hyping up CCIV. So I have more money invested into Tesla, obviously, than CCIV. But if CCIV goes up, if it doubles, triples, whatever, I will be happy as well. So we shall see. So yeah, I'll talk about CCIV. It's just one of those things. So yeah, you got a lot of people who are saying like, we're going back up, just wait to see. And then there's a lot of institutions that are invested into it. Oh, look at this. If GME can go up from $44 to $91 in one day, then CCIV can go from 28 to 100 plus. Let's do it. We'll see. We will see what happens. We will see. Yeah, so I know a lot of people sold CCIV today because it did make that big drop. And, it's understandable. 18% drop is freaking scary. At one point, I was actually at 200% for CCIV. And then I just watched it go down. And I should have taken I should have taken it, but the thing is that I can't time the market. I don't know when people are selling. I'm not looking at these charts all the time. Like, what if I sell it and then it does like a whole GME and then it suddenly surges up, So at the end of it, do I believe in CCIV producing a car? Yes. Do I think that they're going to be more than $28? Yes. How long is it going to take? Could take me a year. Oh, the Wall Street Bets guy? Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't want CCIV getting pushed up that much by Wall Street Bets, because then you think, oh crap, you have a really good stock, but can it hold the value without people pushing it? And BlackBerry is a really good example of that. I don't believe BlackBerry is a bad company. I do think it's undervalued, but it doesn't seem to move up too much. I really need to change my profile picture as well. Like, when you look at BlackBerry, like, look at the 1 year. Oh, whoa, hold up, here. See, so I bought BlackBerry around here. I bought it at like the peak, around 1266. And I was just diamond handing it over here, and then it made that little bump up to $26, and my dumb butt held on to it because I thought, okay, it's gonna get up to 40, and now it's going back to 1132. Maybe it's gonna hit up to $40, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. It obviously didn't happen between 2018 and 2021, so yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. At least I made a small amount of gain. The gains that I make from my little trades like this is like is very small compared to how much I can lose or how much I can gain from my bigger holdings. I don't try to buy too much stock of meme stocks or like speculative stocks too much, because I'm always aware, hey, it can just backfire. And if I take a hit, like GameStop, right? I don't want it to be like my account is completely destroyed because I made one bad move. So obviously I focus more on my longs, and then I don't worry about them too much. And then these kind of things, they're exciting plays, but you can definitely lose money off of there. And yeah, I don't want to stress out. So if I could change my portfolio, and not have to think about my portfolio too much, what I would have done is I would have probably just gone all in on like Apple or Microsoft or 50-50 because I'm not seeing that change anymore. I know some people would say, Erica, just go all in on Tesla. I'm like, Tesla, so much freaking competitors. It's kind of like one of those things where I feel like Tesla is overvalued in a sense. I do think they have room to grow. Like, don't get me wrong, but it has high growth, but there's just so much people thinking about like NEO, CCIV when it comes to EV. But I do think that EV is the way. I do think Tesla is kind of leading the pack for sure. But yeah, so. But boring stock, Apple, Microsoft, those kind of things, you buy it, you don't really have to worry too much about it. Or if you just buy 100% all Microsoft, not stock advice, just me ranting, right? You don't have to worry about that. Or you can just do like an ETF, like there's like a whole bunch of ETFs out there, like QQQ I heard is really good. There's VTO or VTI or something like that. That's really good too. So you don't have to worry about like if Tesla takes a hit for 20%, then your whole portfolio, if you're all Tesla, it takes a hit down 20%. But you won't get the growth that you will get for more aggressive stocks. See where I'm getting at? So, yeah. If a company buys into crypto and sells it at a profit, does it count as standard profit? That I don't know. I think it goes under income, but I'm not too sure. What I was thinking about is, I do believe crypto is going to go up. And I don't know how Tesla would write it off if they say, "Hey, we invested $1.5 billion into crypto and it went up like 30% because crypto went up 30%. Does that change people to buying Tesla? Not really. I don't think so. I mean, like, people probably look at Tesla and say, like, okay, well, okay. But, yeah, I mean, it has more cash flow, but then the problem is that what if crypto goes down, right? What if crypto goes from 48K down to 20K? Then that would be a really stupid play considered by Tesla, or because I think that I think Bitcoin will have volatility swings for sure. I right now it looks like it's just kind of hovering above 45K, right? 45, 48K, but the high it seemed to be about 58K. So what if it goes under 48K? What if it goes down to like 39K? You're going to have all these people who are bag holders, holding around the 50 range saying, hey, I'm still holding it. Can we get the price back up? And I really worry, what if Tesla becomes a bag holder, right? If they buy it at 45K 2 years from now or like 6 months from now, Tesla's at, Bitcoin's at 35K, people are going to say, oh my goodness, Tesla doesn't know how to invest. But I do believe Bitcoin will go up. There might be some shakeups, but overall, I think the price is going to stay up there. But just speculation on my part. I don't know if they're planning to sell Bitcoin either. I don't know if it's just a short-term investment, like if they say, okay, we're holding on to it for like 2 weeks, and then when we make 20%, then we'll sell it. Because then I can understand that part, right? But if they want to hold on to it forever, and Bitcoin goes through like the fluctuations of the price, and let me show you what I'm talking about in case you guys are wondering, like, what are you talking about fluctuation with the price? So one of the things that I don't like about Bitcoin, and the reason why I'm cautious about this stuff is when I look at this stuff, I feel like Bitcoin is heavily depends on the news. So you guys can see, you can see on the far right, you see that little number that's going up? Okay, so look, 2018, right? It was, okay, this is not accurate, but 2018, or I remember it went up to like 19K or so. Remember that? And then it started going down, right? And then when it goes down, nobody talks about Bitcoin. So it went all the way down to $3,503 in 2019. Did you hear about Bitcoin going down to $3,503? I didn't at all. I only hear about Bitcoin when it's surging up. That's when it makes all the news. Like no news company is going to be like, oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, for the last 3 months, Bitcoin has been going down. And we're going to tell you tomorrow that Bitcoin went down further. It's just not going to make the airwaves. So then Bitcoin started going up in 2019, see? And then I don't know what caused it to go up, but then it went down again. And then it went down to $6,427. I'm assuming this is around the time the situation happened. And then people started, thinking like, oh, hey, we should invest in Bitcoin because of inflation. Oh, we should invest. And then it goes up down to where it is right now, 48,000. So between 2018, right? And I'm sure there's more stuff back there, right? But you can see that if you had purchased back at the peak, which was around 19,000 in 2018, very, very possible that, yeah, you could hold on to it, and then it drops down like over 75%, and you're still holding on to it like for 2 years. And then it doesn't go back to the 19. It just, like, it took 3 years. It took 3 years and then a whole pump for it to go back up to the 2018 level. So my worry is that, like, let's say it goes up, right, more, and then it starts retracting downwards for whatever reason, we could find ourselves back in the 10K range or so. So that's why for me, even though I am vested a little into Bitcoin, I'm doing this like weekly. I'm not doing this. I'm only doing like $50 a week. Okay. So I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm going to throw all my money into Bitcoin today because I see it as an opportunity, like 48K. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to make 8K, if I bought a whole Bitcoin, right? I'm going to make, money, if it goes up. I don't want to bank on that. I think that I have to view Bitcoin as like, okay, where is it going to be? What's the average amount? And if it spikes up in the future, right? Like, great. But if it doesn't, then, and I end up losing money, it's not too much money that I'm losing. But there are people, again, who believe Bitcoin is going to hit like 100K this year. People who believe Bitcoin could hit 200K, 400K. You even got some people who are thinking like Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million. So there are people who maybe buy Bitcoin, let's say right now at $48,805, thinking they're going to hold on to Bitcoin for the next 10 years. And then in 10 years, they can cash out their Bitcoin at $1 million. So everyone's just holding. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it came out. Yeah, so Zathos, you're right. They said that Tesla made more off the Bitcoin investment than they made off their car sales. But it's this whole Bitcoin thing. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it, to be very honest with you guys, because I think of it as like, okay, you have your money stored onto this little, you have like a little piece of a Bitcoin for yourself, right? And then, just hold on to it, and maybe your investment will pay off. Because people would say like, oh, a lot of people, they buy into gold and then they don't have physical gold on them. They don't have physical silver on them. They're just buying into like some kind of certificate or something like that. And then if, let's say, you were to flee the country, like I heard some people where they said, like, if you wanted to flee a country and you had Bitcoin, you could cross the border. You just memorize the recovery phrase, and you could be anywhere in the world as long as you remember, let's say, your address or your recovery phrase or whatever, however you access it, you can access your money via Bitcoin. So that's the beauty of it. And then people, they were mining or they were using like cryptocurrency in Venezuela. So yeah, there's the appeal of it. And I thought, okay, Erica. Well, if we're ever in a situation where we had to flee and yeah. I don't know. I don't have a Bitcoin wallet, so I can't even say like I got my recovery phrase or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I'm actually, yeah. So it's just, yeah, but okay. Well, what if something happens? What if this thing shoots up to $1 million? We'll see what happens to my little investment. I believe more in my stocks than I do into Bitcoin at the moment, but I'm not thinking long term, right? Maybe in long term, Bitcoin can, my little $50 investment into Bitcoin could be worth $200 in a couple years. I just don't know. But slow and steady is really the way to go. Oh, wow. In lockers and gold since generations. Yeah, the thing I don't like about Bitcoin, and I can be very candid about this, is the transaction fees, right? You hear about the transaction fees, you want to sell a Bitcoin, or it's just like, whoa, that's a lot of fees. So something like Monero, I heard is superior to that, but I just kind of thought like, like I'm actually pro Monero because I thought about like if I was a criminal, right? What would I use? Would I use Bitcoin or would I use Monero? I would use Monero. I think Monero has more gains to it. However, I kind of worry like if all these institutions are buying Bitcoin, right? I should probably have money put into Bitcoin, and then I can also have some put into Monero, and then just maybe some into Ethereum, hold it, see where it takes me in like 5 years, and then say, oh, okay, Erica, you put a little bit into Monero, and this is what it is. You put a little into Ethereum, this is where it is, and yeah. So time is really one of those things that I think would work in your favor if you invest. But, right, you don't know. Maybe Bitcoin is going to be much lower in 5 years. Maybe Monero is going to be replaced by some other thing. Maybe no one's even going to really think about cryptocurrency. Who knows what can happen in 5 years? So always a risk that you take. But what I do think is that I don't think the stock market is going to go away in 5 years. Yeah. I don't think so. I think that there is going to be measures taken in place that if the market really did take a dive, then you got to save the stock market, because if you screw over the stock market, you are screwing over the economy. In my opinion, you're also screwing over investors, and you got a lot of people who invest a good chunk of money. I know some people, it's like they probably have, they've been investing for like a number of years. They have a lot of their net worth tied into the stock portfolio. So if the stock market took like a 50 or 70% dive in one day, holy crap, it would just be catastrophic. It would absolutely be catastrophic. So make sure that stuff doesn't happen. Can I buy the MacBook Pro now? No. I gotta wait until this thing hits. Oh, look at that 137. I gotta wait until ARKK hits $97, and until that happens, yeah, it's I'm not getting my little Mac Pro from my MacBook from an influencer. But I don't think ARKK is gonna go down to $97. I really don't. If it drops down, then that tells me that the market as a whole is just really in the shitter, and I really do believe there will be measures put in place. Now, I've also mentioned that if the economy is down, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin shoots up, right? Because if people are scared about their money, right, in the stock market, or they're scared about investments going down, people are going to say like, frick this, I want to have cash, I don't want to hold on to Bitcoin, I don't want to hold on to stocks, and they just want to cash out. And it's understandable, but the whole idea behind Bitcoin, unless I'm looking at this wrong, is you just keep it as a store of investment, and you just, yeah. So I'm not too worried about the price. I hope that I can get in lower, and then it shoots up to the moon after I start getting in. But whatever happens, I'm just going to start averaging, and then I have it on an auto invest, so I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about timing these things. It's really a lazy way of doing it. Like, okay, every week take out this amount of money and then just convert it over to Bitcoin automatically. 1 year, 2 years, I'll look back at it and I'll say, hey, let's see what my little investment happened. Okay, did it make me money? Great. Did it not make me money? Oh, that sucks. But yeah, I don't want to live a life where I see certain things and I see people investing into it and I don't even have like a little cut. Because you never know. You never know if you buy into like one sliver of something or one share into something. Maybe it'll turn into a really good stock, or maybe it'll turn into a really good investment in the future. So better to get a little into something than just say, I don't want to get into it at all. Like I said, I saw Bitcoin when it was $10,000. I thought I had $2,000 invested into Bitcoin when it was $10,000, and I didn't. And if I did have $2,000 invested, I would have made about $10,000 off that 2,000, and I would have been quite happy with it. But I learned a really important lesson: do my investing myself. Don't trust other people to do my investments for me. But I was dumb, and I was young, and I was too trusting, and yeah, so things change for that. You know what though, if you believe that Ethereum is a long-term thing, or if you believe in cryptocurrency as a long-term thing, you shouldn't be too worried about it, because time in the market, right, would kind of average itself out. So I don't know what the price of Ethereum is right now. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the price of Ethereum. I don't look up Ethereum because, yeah, it's just too much freaking crypto stuff for me. I just always look at Bitcoin. But Ethereum is like $1,585, right? If you believe Ethereum's going to get to $2,000, or yeah, $2,000 or $3,000, you would see it as like, okay, well, this is part of the path of being on towards $2,000, right? So you can see it spiked over here, right? You see the 1105? Can you imagine all the people who bought in 105 and they're like, oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, damn it. It's at 430. Oh, my gosh. It's at 105. Oh, gosh. And then they're just holding. And they're like, oh, damn it. And then finally, after 3 years, it finally goes up. So whatever the high was over here, it actually became a high over here. Now, do I think it's going to take 3 years for Ethereum to double? I hope not. I really hope not. I hope it doesn't go back down, but I don't know much about cryptocurrency. I just see this as speculation. We all hope that this stuff goes up, and if it pulls back, it doesn't pull back too much, but I don't know about Ethereum adaptation. I really don't know about that stuff. Oh, Ethereum Classic. Yeah, see, there's so much freaking cryptocurrencies out there. I read about things like Polkadot. I was like, what the beep is all this stuff? I don't remember seeing all this stuff, but So if I'm investing into cryptocurrency, I just want to have the big name one because I figure like if the big name one is the one getting bought up by institutions and the ones getting put into rewards for credit cards, that's probably the safest one so it doesn't fade into oblivion too much. Monero, like I said, I like that one because it's privacy. But I don't know, what would I do with Monero? That's the other thing. I don't know what I'd do with it. Do I have a use for Monero in my day to day life? No. Do I have any use for Bitcoin in my day to day life? No. But I feel like with the Apple Pay stuff going on, or cashback stuff, or institutionals buying Bitcoin, I have a little bit more flexibility with Bitcoin than I do with Monero. Because like I said, what am I gonna do with Monero if I buy Monero? Just hold it and then sell it to someone, and then I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, I actually want this stuff to get utilized in some way. Not just everybody keep this as like digital currency and everybody just holds. Wow. Calling it dead cat's bounce. Yeah, you just gotta hold on to it. If you believe in it, you hold on to it, great. But I would not put too much money into any of these cryptocurrencies right now. I know some people would say, Erica, you're so backwards thinking. I invested like $200 into cryptocurrency back in 2011, and I am so rich right now. But it could have gone another way. It's just really something that it's gotten to be as big as it is. And let's be honest here, a lot of people who are buying into Bitcoin, they're just buying it to flip. um, they're not a lot of them are probably not thinking like, hey, I'm gonna hold on for a very, very, very long time. Yeah, so the gains are attractive, but I just, like I said with the whole GME thing, it's like the volatility just scares me. Yeah. Okay, so now we're at 140. Yeah, it really works in to get in early. But Monero, like, I don't know too much about Monero, but yeah, that privacy thing is really good. I think so, but I don't know. I'm just like, I don't want to get down the slippery slope of investing into cryptocurrency, and then I ask myself, like, okay, Erica, you're holding on to this stuff. What now? Hmm. Hmm. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really hear too much about like other cryptocurrencies except maybe Ethereum on the news. And my thought is that it really does benefit having people talk about it. Bitcoin, if Bitcoin wasn't reported in the news, I guarantee you guys this thing would not be at the price it is now. It's just everybody heard about it, they heard about the gains, and it's just like more and more and more and more. Then you got Tesla investing into it, then you got Square investing into it, and yeah, just Bitcoin's in a unique position because I think when you have institutions buying it and you have companies buying it as well, it kind of solidifies it as being some like a useful cryptocurrency. And people are going to say, well, it's not going to go away completely because Tesla bought it or Square bought it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go end this stream. Right now, GME is at 147. So I'm curious to see, like, hey, if in 2 days, what happens to GME? Does it go above my $155 imaginary buy price of 10 shares here? Or does it like tank hard tomorrow at 30%? This stuff again is volatile. I would not recommend going into GME just because, like, unless you really believe in it and you're okay with losing money. um, very rapidly, possibly, it's, yeah, the stress is just not worth it. But yeah, and if you guys don't believe me, look at like Wall Street Bets. You got some people who put in $200,000 into GME back when it was like $200 or $300, and they said, oh, they're gonna go big, and they're still holding the bag. If they bought in at $300 and it goes up to 150, they are still holding 50% of the bag right there. So it needs to go up, but that makes it a little exciting, a little scary, and you have to kind of watch the charts. And I'm not going to be watching the chart probably tomorrow too much. I just hope it goes higher, just because I'm a little greedy. But if I sold right now, right, I would make a small profit. But it's post market, so I can't do anything. Probably when it opens up, there'll probably be a dip. And then from there, it's either a big recovery or it just drips down. It dips down even further. Cannot say. Cannot say.